72 Demon King rulers. I mean, that is literally the apex of power across the entire cosmos. But right now there are only 68.
Yeah, pretty massive drop.
And the most powerful one among them, rank 1, Baal, the oppressive tyrant, he just gave this single, completely unprecedented command over their communication channels.
Right.
He basically said, retreat, pull everything out, blacklist the world, it is simply not worth it.
Just a total surrender.
Exactly. And the craziest part about this, nobody argued.
Total chilling silence. I mean, when the most terrifying beings in the universe collectively decide to, just back away slowly from a world they were literally just invading, something has gone catastrophically wrong for them.
Hold on to that thought, because we are going to explain exactly how we got there. Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we are exploring the massive conclusion to the current arc of infinite mana in the apocalypse.
It is a big one. It really is. Our mission today is to break down how a single person forced an entire cosmic army to just pack up and leave. We're looking at major payoffs, surgical traps, the crowning of a queen, and the setup for Noah's next impossible journey.
It's honestly a masterclass in shifting the balance of power. And the way it's executed, it completely flips the script on what a fantasy battle usually looks like.
Yeah, that's the exact lens I want to use for this deep dive. Just to catch you up on the climax of this arc real quick. Noah trapped Demon King Orias using stolen memories. He had exactly 30 seconds to kill her, and he did it with absolutely 0 seconds to spare.
0, just right down to the wire.
Right, but this wasn't like a standard clash of swords. What we are looking at here is a deep exploration of tactical espionage. This is the geopolitical fallout of a perfectly executed counterintelligence trap.
Which means the preparation is just as important as the kill itself. I mean, before a trap of that magnitude can even be sprung, the pieces have to be meticulously arranged. Oh, absolutely. Let's look at that prep, because Noah is operating in this state of sheer obsession inside the spiritual land in chapter 125.
Oh yeah, the cheat farming.
Exactly. He is essentially playing God with agriculture. He's spamming skills like budding farmer to literally grow fields of crops overnight for the Frozen Kingdom.
Which solves a structural famine instantly, thanks to his bottomless mana.
Right, but he doesn't stop there. He completely ignores his own exhaustion and just transitions straight into grinding his combat skills endlessly.
Yeah, he's layering his abilities to create these self-sustaining environments. He activates Corrupted Sword Saint's incarnation alongside Absolute Zero, and then uses Primal Conjurer to summon Blue Manticores, Trolls, and Dullahan.
Just a massive army.
Yeah, and he's pushing the Bear Emperor's fur to its limits. He is combining 5 more skills while simultaneously farming.
Wait, I need to stop you there, though, because if he just secured the Frozen Kingdom, why is he burning himself to the ground grinding skills?
Right, it seems counterintuitive.
He's operating on 0 sleep. It seems incredibly reckless to exhaust himself mentally and magically right after a massive battle. I mean, you know how it feels when you've just finished a huge project and the adrenaline crashes.
It's the worst feeling.
Imagine Noah feeling that, but aggressively ignoring it. Why?
Well, it's because of what he extracted from Demon King Grimory's memories. Noah knows that the demon world doesn't just throw tantrums when they lose a commander. They send scouts.
Oh, okay.
He is anticipating the arrival of highly specialized intelligence gatherer. And he knows exactly who is coming, even if he doesn't know when. He understands that if he rests, the kingdom falls.
And the person coming is Demon King Orias. Chapter 126, she is rank 59, and she possesses 2 unique skills, spatial travel and shapeshifter.
2 of the most annoying skills to deal with.
Seriously, she is an infiltrator. And I think this is where we have to reevaluate what a Demon King actually is, because when you hear that title, you naturally picture, I don't know, a hulking monster breathing fire, leading a horde of orcs.
Right, a frontline conqueror, someone who breaks the gates down.
Exactly, but Orias is the exact opposite. She arrives in the kingdom disguised as an innocent little girl.
Just a little kid.
Yeah, she's literally just swinging her legs, sitting on the back of a merchant carriage. She's taking meticulous notes, observing the merchants, gauging the kingdom's morale, and trying to figure out where this miraculous agricultural boom came from.
She's incredibly thorough.
She acts like a cyber virus. She doesn't break the firewall down with a battering ram. She bypasses the firewall entirely by looking harmless.
Which, to be fair, is a far more terrifying vector of attack for a fragile, recovering kingdom.
Oh, 100%.
Like a frontline assault unites a kingdom, right? It creates a clear enemy that everyone can rally against. But an infiltrator like Orias finds the psychological cracks in your society and just widens them until the structure collapses on its own.
Yeah, and to really drive home how dangerous she is, we have to look at what she did to the Draconic Kingdom. She didn't use fire or brimstone there.
No, she took her time.
She spent months disguised, slowly seducing a princess knight. She built trust, manipulated relationships, and eventually used Belial's illusion magic to completely break the Dragon King's mind from the inside out.
It's purely psychological warfare. And she attempts to start that exact same process in the Frozen Kingdom.
Right.
She finds this disgusting, predatory noble and targets him to act as her hideout. She plays the vulnerable victim to lure him in, totally intending to use his estate as her base of operations.
But when she steps into his carriage, expecting to take control, her eyes go dangerous, and then a silver light erupts, and they both disappear.
Because she walked right into the trap. Orias' greatest strength is her elusive nature. She's literally an uncatchable spy. So how do you catch her?
Well, you use her own habits to build an inescapable box. Noah's plan took days to formulate, and it relies on 3 very specific components.
Break them down for me.
First, the intel. Gremory's memories revealed Orias' 3 favorite disguises. As much of a genius as she is, she has a fatal flaw: arrogance. She has lived for centuries and just assumes no one could possibly track her personas, so she always uses the exact same faces.
It's a classic espionage blunder.
Yeah.
You rely on what works until it becomes a recognizable pattern.
Exactly. Second is the verification. Princess Adelaide inherited the Golden Rule skill.
Oh, that skill is so broken.
It really is. This isn't just a basic lie detector, it's a profound, intuitive mechanic that sees intentions and threat levels. The moment Orias appeared in the kingdom, Adelaide still confirmed her identity. There was no guesswork.
But the third component is where the mechanical brilliance really shines. The lock.
Right, because knowing who she is doesn't matter if she can just teleport away the second she's compromised.
Exactly. Noah uses a demonic artifact, a power jewel, but he doesn't use it for raw damage. He uses it to artificially mutate his corrupted sigil of hegemony.
And that adds the debuff, right?
Yes. It adds very specific debuff restrict movement. He specifically targets the physics of her spatial travel skill.
Wow.
By triggering that mutated sigil, he rewrites the dimensional rules in a localized area. It completely blocks any spatial magic for exactly 30 seconds.
So Noah was playing the role of that disgusting noble all along. The moment the silver light transfers them both into the spiritual land, the 30-second countdown begins.
And the trap itself isn't even really a fight. It is absolute mechanical overkill.
The moment they arrive, 2 legendary trolls drop directly on top of her.
Just instantly.
Instantly. The Holy Blight activates, epic beasts swarm her, defiled corpses are detonating like landmines. Noah hits her with enfeeble Arctic breath and bone spears simultaneously.
Notice how different this feels from a standard heroic duel. Like, it's deeply satisfying, but not because it's a brutal brawl. It's a puzzle box clicking shut.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Noah is creating a sensory and magical overload. He's filling the environment with so much overlapping damage and debuff magic that she can't even think, let alone cast.
Orias panics. I mean, she's never been cornered like this. She tries to adapt. She transforms into a massive blood-red giant to physically break out.
Doesn't work.
Nope. When that fails, she tries to use a Banshee outline to heal through the damage. But she is mechanically locked out of the universe. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. She's desperately trying to break the spatial lock.
And at exactly 0 seconds, Noah drives a sword straight through her forehead. She is dead.
And the most important part of that kill, the vital information the demons needed about who killed Gremory, it dies with her.
Yep.
It's a surgical strike in the dark, and it leaves the enemy entirely blind.
The vacuum her absence creates is immediate. You can't just execute a high-ranking intelligence officer and expect silence. It sends a shockwave through the cosmic command structure.
Chapter 131 covers this perfectly. For only the second time in history, 2 demon kings have died in the same world in a matter of days.
And this time, it was Orias, the infiltrator, the survivor, the one they trusted most to gather information and stay alive.
Which brings us back to that unprecedented command from Rank 1 Demon King Baal. Pull all forces from the beast world. Blacklist it.
I really want to focus on Baal's leadership here, because he is the oppressive tyrant, right? He's the apex predator of the Demon Kings. And yet, his immediate reaction to losing 2 commanders isn't a fiery counterattack.
No, it's a total immediate withdrawal. Baal's retreat is like a submarine captain ordering a crazy Ivan dive into the dark abyss. He's cutting the engines and going completely silent because he knows there's an invisible predator in the water.
Right. Any blind movement just gives away his position.
It actually makes him infinitely more intimidating than if he had ordered a massive, angry invasion. He removes his ego from the equation entirely.
It proves the Demon Kings aren't just mindless conquerors. They understand risk assessment. Baal realizes that whatever's in the beast world is operating outside their models of reality.
But not all of his subordinates share that cold pragmatism, do they?
Oh, definitely not. Rank 8 Barbados, the necromancer of chaos, she just erupts on the communication channels. She yells, "I told you."
She wants to fight.
Oh, she wants blood. But Baal effortlessly silences her. He completely ignores her outrage and redirects her to the lost world of Atlantis instead. He orders her to find a supreme treasure, the Trident of Neptune.
And Barbados leaves, clearly furious, clearly making plans of her own.
Just like that, the cosmic war simply stops. Every single demon is pulled from the beast world by morning. When the sun rises, the three mythical kingdoms look out over empty lands.
They have absolutely no idea what just happened. The war was raging and then it just vanished.
Oof, gone.
While the mythical kingdoms are waking up in confusion, Noah is reaping the rewards of his surgical strike. Chapter 132. He loots Orias' body, and the drops are game-changing.
Now they're insane.
He gains her two unique skills, spatial travel, which lets him travel to any previously seen location instantly, and shapeshifter, which ensures no being can detect the form he takes.
Those two skills alone completely alter his tactical capabilities. Like, he's no longer just a powerhouse, he can now become an infiltrator himself.
Yeah.
But the physical loot is honestly secondary to the intelligence he gathers.
Because he activates memory Plunderer on her corpse. But I have to wonder, Orias was hundreds of years old. She operated in the shadows, collecting the darkest secrets of the universe. How does Noah pull centuries of memories from a master spy into his own head without his mind just fracturing?
Well, the system he uses acts as a buffer. It translates the raw lived experience into categorized data. But you're right, the psychological weight is still immense.
Yeah, I imagine.
He is suddenly burdened with the secrets of the entire demon world. He now knows the location of the lost world of Atlantis, he knows about the Trident of Neptune, and he knows exactly who Barbados really is.
Information is power, and Noah just downloaded the enemy's entire strategic playbook, so his next destination becomes crystal clear. But before he can chase Barbados, the vacuum left by the retreating demons forces the beast world itself to make a desperate gamble.
And this is where the narrative shifts from the micro-tactics of a single room to this staggering macro-level cosmic scale.
Yeah, chapter 133. Sophia, the avatar for Noah's homeworld core, arrives through the plane crystal. And the two planetary cores actually negotiate directly with each other.
I mean, think about that for a second. We are watching sentient planets hold a summit.
It's wild in the result. The beast world agrees to form a direct connection to Noah, similar to the bond his homeworld made with him.
And the stakes of this negotiation cannot be overstated. If it succeeds, Noah will have two entire worlds' worth of mana accessible to him. It's an unfathomable reservoir of energy.
But if it fails?
The structural backlash could kill billions of people across both planets.
Which raises the question, why would a planetary core risk billions of lives? Its reasoning is chillingly human. The core simply states, we have been bullied for too long.
Gives me chills.
Right. It implies that a planet isn't just a rock floating in space. It has a consciousness, an ego, and a very real sense of resentment. It is willing to risk complete annihilation rather than wait for the demons to inevitably return.
It's choosing dangerous autonomy over safe subjugation. And armed with this new, massive planetary backing and Orias' memories, Noah has a choice.
Demon world or Atlantis?
Exactly. He can head straight to the demon world or follow Barbados to Atlantis. Knowing that Atlantis is a chaotic zone filled with demon lords and supreme treasures, he chooses the harder path. He chooses Atlantis.
To me, there is this beautiful, heartbreaking contrast between what Noah is doing on a cosmic scale and what is happening back on the ground in the Frozen Kingdom in chapter 134. We witness the coronation of Adelaide.
She is officially crowned queen.
Her father steps back, epic commanders kneel before her, and the kingdom is finally stable, growing, and protected.
On paper, this is the ultimate victory. This is the happily ever after moment of any standard fantasy story.
But as she looks out at the cheering crowd, she feels absolutely no excitement. She only feels foreboding.
Her intuitive golden rule skill.
Yes, it isn't just warning her about enemies, it's giving her a profound sense of isolation. She intuitively knows that despite everything they just built together, Noah is about to leave again.
It really highlights the sheer loneliness of leadership. She is standing at the absolute pinnacle of her society, surrounded by thousands of adoring subjects, and yet she's entirely alone because the one person who truly understands the scale of the universe is walking out the door.
It's heavy, and it perfectly sets up the massive dominoes that are about to fall. Which means it is time for the theory corner. We've got several massive unresolved tensions heading into the next arc.
The most pressing one has to be the physical toll of these planetary connections. Noah now has 2 worlds tethered to his soul, and if he succeeds in Atlantis, a third is entirely possible.
But is there a limit? I mean, he's basically becoming a walking galaxy of mana. Even with his system upgrades, his vessel is still human. At what point does the sheer volume of planetary essence overwrite his humanity or just cause him to shatter?
Well, the text implies his focus attribute being blank allows for infinite magical capacity. But capacity isn't the same thing as structural integrity.
Right.
Think of it like a bridge. You can have an infinitely long road, but if the pillars supporting it can't handle the violent vibrations of adding new segments, the whole thing collapses.
That makes perfect sense.
The process of connecting a new world is a violent spiritual bridging. I suspect the limit isn't how many mana he can hold, but how much bridging trauma his soul can survive.
Capacity versus structural integrity. Wow. And speaking of trauma, we have to talk about the raw power gap waiting for him in Atlantis. Barbados is heading there, and so is Noah, but Barbados is a rank 8 demon lord.
Yeah, that is a huge leap.
Noah barely scraped by against rank 56 and 59, and that was with days of elaborate preparation, a custom-built arena, and the element of surprise.
What does that gap actually look like in a straight fight? It's terrifying. A rank 8 demon lord like the Necromancer of Chaos can likely decimate continents with a stray thought.
Yeah, you can't just set a trap for that.
Exactly. Noah relies on strategy, debuffs, and infinite mana spamming. But against a being who can passively resist his localized debuffs, or just outscale his damage output entirely, he won't survive a direct confrontation.
Which means he has to completely change his playstyle. He can't be the trap setter anymore. He has to be the infiltrator. He's going to have to use his newly acquired shapeshifter and spatial travel skills to wage an asymmetrical guerrilla war.
He has become his own version of Orias.
Yes. And the prize of that guerrilla war is the Trident of Neptune. It's labeled a supreme treasure, but what does it actually do? Given the oceanic theme and the cosmic scale of these conflicts, a supreme treasure likely controls planetary or universal laws themselves.
If Bell wants it badly enough to redirect a rank 8 demon lord away from a revenge mission, it has to be apocalyptic.
I mean, if the demons secure it, maybe it allows them to bypass the universal laws that prevent high-tier beings from freely invading lower worlds. If they get the Trident, the blacklisted status of the Beast World wouldn't matter anymore. They could march their full army anywhere they please.
That is exactly why Noah can't stay in the Frozen Kingdom. Which brings us back to Adelaide's foreboding. She knows he's leaving, but does she try to ask him to stay? Does he even tell her the absolute truth about the scale of his cosmic mission?
Honestly, given how pragmatic Adelaide is, guided by that golden rule, I think she knows her kingdom's survival depends on Noah disrupting the demons off-world. She won't ask him to stay.
No, probably not.
But the burden on Noah is fascinating. He's been keeping the true scale of his planetary tethers close to the chest. He might warn her about Atlantis, but the burden of carrying the consciousness of multiple planets, I think he carries that alone, so she doesn't have to carry the fear of his soul shattering.
The board has been entirely reset, and the players are moving to a much deadlier arena.
To summarize this epic shift, the most terrifying army in the cosmos retreated from an entire world simply because 2 of their rulers vanished without a trace into a 30-second puzzle box.
An incredible victory.
A new queen was crowned in the quiet, lonely aftermath of that victory. And Noah is already packing his bags for Atlantis, where a rank 8 demon lord is already waiting for him.
It's the perfect setup for chaos.
Drop your theories. That's DeepLore. See you in the next one.
But before you go, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought to mull over. We saw the Beast World core agree to risk the lives of billions, simply because it said, "We have been bullied for too long."
Right.
If a planetary core has its own consciousness, its own ego, and its own deep desires for revenge, can a planet itself become corrupted by its own rage? Think about it. See you next time.